Hello, Lacrosse fans, and welcome to the Toronto Rock Athletic Center in Oakville, Ontario. As we continue with Week 9 in the Arena Lacrosse League, it's the Six Nations Snipers visiting the Toronto Monarchs. Alongside JVI Productions, all set to go here for the opening face-off as Tyler Halls will get it back to Ben Heidecker, and Heidecker will pull it on the half boards, get it to the top, swing it around. They'll start things off on the right side. Toronto Monarchs in need of a win here, of course. They come into this game struggling just a tad, but right off the bat, they light things up. And it's Tanner Buck with his first of the game, and in a blink of an eye, 1-0 Monarchs. So these Snipers come in, of course, with a 1-6 record. The Monarchs 2-6. So something's got to give here, and this time off the draw, possession will go to the Snipers. Note the Monarchs on offense, they've got a couple of additions. Leland Powless, a newly acquired addition to this Monarchs team, and Snipers now going to work looking for that cross-court pass. Of course, that goes errant, and it's picked up. And the Monarchs now will have to hustle. They get it over the timeline. They'll look to set things up on offense. So early in this one, the Monarchs have controlled the play. And starting things right off, and Aaron won out early on, was Leland Palace getting a feel as ball loose behind the net. 5 on the shot clock. Gets shot back, Palace on target, sprints with the save. In the crease call, possession will go up the other way to the Nation. Of course, it was a win last week for the Snipers that got them in the win column as Danton Miller will bounce off a check. He'll get it over to Thomas Riberich. Riberich out there with Brett Longboat as well. That's a big lineup as Miller tried to come off that screen, had it blocked. A race for it now as no reset, 5 on the clock. Miller's going to have to air it all the way down, and that's exactly what he does as we are going to have our first penalty of the game. So Gutch Salinas and Brett Longboat, the two guilty parties. Coincidental minors will keep things at 5 aside here as we're at the 13-13 mark, and another shot from Leland Palace, outlet. And it's Justin Martin. Martin, outstanding in last week's game as he'll wheel in out there as well with Henry Chapman. And they work it over across to Jordan Goddard. Goddard, send it back, left side. Looking for an opening is Ty Argent. Argent will give it off. That shot right on target from Kyle Isaacs. Rebound now to Mancini. Cam Mancini, good pass up ahead. In all alone. Big save by Sprints. So Todd Kozak, a golden opportunity there, but Dylan Sprints in full denial mode, and we still stand at 1-0 here with Danton Miller working the two-man game with Argent. Miller looking for some room inside the dot. Wide open Argent's got to get a chance. Tries to go 5-hole, and he does. So Ty Argent on the board with his first of the game, and we're all tied 1-1. Graham Bergsma in that face-off circle against Andy Jamieson. Bergsma gets it back, and Howell now will get it over to Palace. Back to Bergsma. They'll set things up on offense. Palace will kick start, right side half boards, bullet pass looking for John Vesna. Instead, it goes awry, and in transition, here come the Snipers. Good hesitation move, looking for an opening was Alec Tamus. Tamus now will look for some assistance, dumps it off, and going to work now is Isaacs. Gets a screen from Argent, looking on that right side, waits. Riberich now will fill in the play, goes by one defender, tries to split two, can't, gets bounced back out. They'll have to settle for that long shot by Goddard. An easy save made by Ryan Masters, and now it's Heidecker in transition. He'll curl out and flip out there with Buck. Looking on the give and go, Buck, though, ran out of real estate. He's in the crease. And possession now will go to Richard Imus. He'll move it up. Mike McLaughlin. Good to see him back in the Snipers lineup. He's missed a couple of weeks. Back in there as his steady leadership. That pass there goes awry to Miller. Not a good one. As Wes Whitlow, a little careless. They managed to get it back, and they're going to round around, and it's Davis Prince. Prince is going to move it up. They get it over to Miller. Miller one-on-one here on this left side. And he'll kick it, wait for some help. Ribrich, no look. Argent, good hands. Got to keep an eye on him. Miller now will look to attack. 12 on the shot clock. Miller chased back out. Good defense. He'll have to settle again for one right in the basket. Easy for Masters, and he'll flip, and they'll try to move it up over the timeline, and they'll do just that. Bergsma now looking to make a move. Wheels and deals. Chapman all over him. Gets it back out to Mancini. Mancini will back to Pallas. Pallas on target. Picks up the rebound. Fresh clock for the Monarchs. Rolling in on the 10-minute mark. Pallas give and go to Bergsma. Bergsma chase back out. Kicks it back out. Pallas. Pallas swings it across Skip. Vesna. Vesna's shot steered just wide. Pallas will save it. Plenty of time on the shot clock. Pallas will tee it up, a bullet. Good save made by Sprents. Picked up now, and the Snipers in transition. Good job by Jake Lazor. Yeah, that's the same Jake Lazor that mans between the pipes for the Snipers this time around. Sprent's getting the call, and Lazor out there contributing in a different way on the player's side. Chapman gets it over. That shot from Whitlow. Big sidearm there from Chapman. Again, ball loose in the dotted circle. Picked up, though, and moved up by Mitch Zulian. He'll move it up, peel out, wait for some help. Howell has good defense on him as Tamas does a good job to force a turnover, and now in transition moving it up is Jordan Mike. Mike runs into a double team, gets it off, and Argent now will settle things down here on the left side. Miller looking over, swinging around to the right. Working at the top of the dot circle. Good fake there made, but lost the ball. Masters will gobble up the rebound, and he'll send it away, and it's Tyler Halls. Halls has an opening. Wrong stick side. He's going to try to switch inside out. 5-hole closed by Sprents. And back the other way comes Mike McLaughlin. McLaughlin will put on the brakes there, flip and retreat. His job done. And that'll be Kyle Isaacs that'll jumpstart this set of the offense here as we roll into the 8:15 mark here, first quarter. Argent picks the far corner. Masters was wide, but Argent was not. His second of the game. Ty Argent responsible for the both Sniper goals. Picks that up. Whitlow, beauty flip. Tamas in transition. Beauty shot. Better save from Masters. Up to the task this time. Possession will go to the Snipers. Ribrich will hold, wait for the rest of the offense, and he'll flip to Longboat. Longboat. Argent to trailer on the right side. Danton Miller gets a screen, looks for the roll, not there, leans in, lets a good overhand go. That's steered wide and out of play, and that will take us to our first official's timeout. Set to go after our officials' timeout. 2-1 the score in favor of the Snipers here. We are in this opening quarter as Cam Mancini will slide it over to Leland Paulus on that right side. And big bullet there. So Paulus picks up his first helper as Todd Kozak in the scoring column. We're all tied at 2. This, of course, game 2 of week 9. Earlier today, it was the Peterborough Timbermen winning 18-17 over the Oshawa Outlaws in a action-packed thriller there at Millbrook Arena, just south of Peterborough. As when you look at the records now, of course, the Outlaws dropped to 3-6, while the Timbermen improved to 5-4. Back to action here is Wes Whitlow with a shot stopped by Masters, and here come the Monarchs. Heidecker, quick shot, just missed that top corner with a bounce shot. That's going to go up and over the timeline. Possession to the Snipers. Picked up and wasted no time. Justin Martin goes to the bounce shot. That's wide. Have to hustle to keep that over, and a good job there by Goddard to track down that loose ball. Miller swinging across. Tamas flipped back. Not able to get it cleanly was Goddard, as he now has to work under 10 on the shot clock. Coughs it up, and here come the Monarchs. Walker off the post. And, of course, there will be a high sticking call on the play. And John Vesna working in that left shooter spot, as you see Tanner Buck at the top, out there with Leland Palace and Cam Mancini on that right side. They'll swing it over. Good skip pass. Give and go, Leland. Big save by Sprents. Palace will get it back, flips it up. Master of the offensive rebound. Buck again. Slides it. Mancini, they work the two-man game. Backhand. The Kozak shot. Good save there by Sprents. Goes out of play. Possession remains right here. Minute and a half to go in the power play. Round the horn they go with the Monarchs. Big shot by Buck. Rebound picked up. Tamas now will try to run it up over the timeline. He will try to attack. Tamas waiting, runs out of room. Still has possession and will flip it back out. Riberich does a good job there to keep it over the line and works some clock with 10 on the shot clock. You look at the PK efficiency of the Snipers, just 44%. Fortunately for them, the Monarchs working at a 36% efficiency rate on the power play. And when I had a chance to speak with a couple of the coaches for the Monarchs, of course, they're happy that they've added some depth in Leland Palace. They do need to improve their goal scoring, of course, and shot selection, a big thing there. Defensively, of course, they find themselves giving up a lot of goals on D, and Palace, his first Arena Lacrosse League goal, is a good one. It's a power play marker. With 4:43 to go, Palace making an immediate impact as he's figured in on 2 of the Monarchs' 3 goals. And off the draw, Tyler Halls wins it cleanly. Good defensive recovery there from Ethan Riggs as he works over the big man now, and he gets it back to the top, and it'll be Heidecker. Heidecker will swing it over. Looking for an opening. And a big shot there again, saved by Sprents. Monarchs all over the offensive rebound again. Heidecker with a fresh clock. Looks for the interchange. Got a screen, kicked it over, skip pass. Buck goes up top. Tanner, the buck stops here. Shots are 16-8 in favor of the Monarchs here. As they get possession now, Bergsma will find Palace. Palace tees it up. That one just over the left shoulder of Sprents. Again, Monarchs all over that carom. No reset, though. Bergsma looking for an opening. Bergsma dumps it down low. Kick it back out. That one's picked off, though, and here comes Chapman and the Nation in transition. 2-on-1. Pass just behind Tamas. And they'll have to stop and regroup here. Got time on the shot clock. Tamas doesn't see the defender coming in off the bench. Gets it to Longboat. Longboat dumps it down low. Not able to connect. And we're going to have another trip to the penalty box. And Send a special shout out to famous ball player in the house, Mr. Richard Stewart. Glad to have him. He's making a transition from the basketball court to the lacrosse carpet. We'll send him back to basketball in the meantime, between time. Power play, round the horn here with Longboat out there. He'll be the quarterback this time around. He's got Whitlow over on that right side and Danton Miller on the left. Big shot there, stopped by Masters. Ball loose, picked up. Snipers, fresh clock now to work with. Miller sizing it up, goes to the underhand. Good save by Masters off the screen. Possession remains. Fresh clock. Longboat had a notion, got it back over. Sizing up on the interchange, kick it back right side. Looking for Miller in the middle. An ill-advised pass made by Goddard and Buck. Wrong stick side, Buck just wide. Picked up. Longboat now a chance for the Nation. Don't have the numbers though, so they'll set things up now with 1:05 to go in the power play. Nation working at a 33% efficiency rate on the power play. Monarchs 52% on the PK. So if you go by the stats, Snipers shouldn't score. Good job there to clear house by Halls. Longboat, big overhand. Masters made that look easy. Halls now has a head of steam going. Has Howell with him. Defender out of the back door. Keeps, goes to the bounce. Stopped by Sprents. Sprents now will look to send it up, and he does, to Arnold. Clay Arnold. Get it over the timeline with 25 seconds to go in the power play. Argent will roll into that left shooter spot. Wait for someone to come in at the top. And it's Davis Prince. Argent, good backhand pass, swinging around. Have a look, Whitlow down low. Beauty finish. So tic-tac-toe, and at the end of that was a beautiful finish from Jordan Goddard. 53.7 seconds left in this opening quarter. Bergsma does a good job to flip it back. Whitlow almost read it like a book. And Heidecker now with some speed to get it over the timeline. Pass, good, excellent recovery. Bullet shot going for the 2-for-1. And it comes back the other way. Riggs, get it to Ribrich. Ribrich will bounce off Salinas. Salinas still on him, gets another screen. Whitlow now had it momentarily. Had the pickup, couldn't get it cleanly. Possession now goes to the Monarchs with under 20 to go in the quarter. Howell runs into trouble, but gets some help. Salinas gets it over. No look, back to Salinas. Couldn't connect. Howell picks it up. 5 on the game clock. Gonna have to shoot it. Too late. And the opening 15 are in the book here at the track. 4-3 for the Monarchs.
Big Head just takes over, eh?
Locked and loaded for quarter number 2, and off the draw, Tyler Halls remains in complete control in that circle. Possession to the Monarchs in Mancini. He'll get it over, and Palace will get it to Bergsma. Bergsma will set things up. You can see the calming influence offensively that Leland Paulus brings to this Monarchs team. Great job by Bergsma to get that loose ball, gets to the block, and the finish. So Tanner Buck red hot with his third of the game. Buck came into this game the leading point getter for this Monarchs team. Came in with 35 points, 18 of those goals. He's tacked on 3 more, so give him 21. And he is an offensive threat for the Monarchs. With Paulus in the lineup, that gives him a good 1-2 as Whitlow goes to the underhand. The carom, though, is going to send away the Monarchs. Hodgkins, wait for some help, gets it over to Paulus, who just goes over top of the net, and we're going to have a penalty, a late hit. So second power play opportunity for the Monarchs. They are 1 for 1 And it'll be Buck, the quarterback, here out there with Paulus and Mancini right side. Vesna on the left side with Kozak, and it's going to be Justin Martin. Good lead pass. Had McLaughlin not able to catch it cleanly, and it'll be Paulus that'll turn it around the other way. He'll zip it over Mancini. No look pass down low. And it'll get back out to Paulus. They'll set things up 15 on the shot clock. Round the horn. Buck tried the quick stick to Mancini. That is picked up by Buck. 5 on the shot clock. Going to have to hurry. Get something on target. Buck goes to the overhead. Right on target. Ball loose. Monarchs fighting for it. They kick it out to the half boards. Kozak battling for it. Martin does a good job. It's going to be a race. Martin dives for it. And that's going to be a high sticking call. And it's going to go to the Six Nations Snipers. So a 5-minute major. So Clay Arnold with a 5-minute major for high sticking has given these Monarchs a golden opportunity to add to their 2-goal lead. Buck, bounce shot, steered aside by Sprents. Fresh clock here as it's picked up, and it'll be Buck again to work things. No look, quick stick, that's over the net. Again, loose ball, no reset. Tic-tac, and Kozak couldn't come up with the finish. Ball loose, though. Does a good job to track it down. Gets double-teamed, shoots it back out. And the Monarchs will regroup here with 10 on the shot clock. Halls will get it over. Mancini swings it. Paulus couldn't get it cleanly. Going to have to hurry. He does, right on target. Big rebound. Gobbled up again by Mancini. Has room. Mancini goes in. Big shoulder save by Sprents. Ball loose. Sprents with the big basket. Will look for an outlet. And that's picked off by Buck. Buck down low. 2-1-0. Up, down, and in the back of the net goes Cam Mancini. His first of the game. Monarchs coaching staff were looking for some improved offense, and off the draw again, it's Tyler Kidds in the Halls winning Hodgkins with a shoulder screen. Halls will roll it up, and Mancini now will settle things down with over 3.5 to go in the 5-minute major. They've got 1 goal on a 2-man advantage, looking to add to their total, leading 6-3. They have outshot the Snipers 27-12. And that shot was blocked. Timmis will wait. Shot clock violation. He'll work the half boards. Buck on him. And Buck's going to nullify the Toronto power play with a 2-minute penalty. So it'll be 5-on-5 for 2 minutes. And then for minute 10, it'll be back to a Monarch power play, barring anything else happening. They'll start things on the left side. It's Big Brent Longboat. Longboat with Argent working that 2-man side. Gets it over. Flip back. Whitlow goes to the underneath. Flips it back. Longboat goes to the sidearm. Good save by Masters. Ball loose again in that half circle. Picked up by Argent. Tried to go airborne. Wasn't able to tuck it in that far corner. And the Monarchs now in transition will move it up. It's Etier. He finds Howell. Howell takes a stick up but sneaks it in. So Howell slides one through. Dylan Sprints. So after that goal, a goaltending change made by head coach Darcy Paulus and the Nation. It'll be Dustin Hill that has come in to take over the duties between the pipes for Dylan Sprints. And off the draw, this time it's the Snipers that control. Danton Miller out of that back door, sizing it up, had an opening, thought better of it, kicked it back out. 4-on-4 here, so plenty of room. Isaac's out there with Riberich working that right side. Give and go, stop and pop on the run was Kyle Isaacs. That one will go off a defender and out of play. possession will stay right here. 48 seconds, left, 4-on-4. Isaacs, kick it back out. Sorry, that was Prince. Shot wide. Good job to track that down by Isaacs, and he'll send it over to Riberich. Give and go. Trying to lean in. Heidecker with some good help D. Good stick check. Forces the turnover. Good job to get it back, though. Good hockey pass right over, but a better save by Masters. And here comes Salinas. Legging it out in transition. Looking at the backdoor Mancini, but a little too early. And that's going to cost the Monarchs 2 for too many on the carpet. So just when you thought that the Monarchs were going to take complete control of this game, the Snipers now with a bit of momentum and an easy quick stick finish close the gap now to 7-4. Back to 4-on-4 now, as that was a costly penalty. And off the draw, Hodgkins now going to lean in. Good save made by Hill, his first of the game. Ball loose, picked up by Halls, and Hodgkins a little too overly aggressive. Will force the turnover, and now it'll be the Snipers that'll move things up. Temis will remain out there on offense as he gets it over to Prince. Prince, kick it out to Miller. Miller will swing it around Argent on that left side. Argent one-on-one, goes to the swim on Buck, peels back out, sends it across. Whitlow gives it back. Argent, good fake there, goes to the inside out. Save made by Masters, and he'll look to the outlet, and he gets it out. Good hands by Buck. Good D by Whitlow, but Buck manages to win the battle. 2-on-1. Buck off the crossbar. And McLaughlin now in transition. They got numbers. 2-on-1. McLaughlin, Chapman. Chapman in the pocket. Goes to the dive. Henry Chapman is in the score column. It's 7-5. Henry Chapman with his first ever Arena Lacrosse League goal. And nice to see he's had some chances in the 8 weeks leading up to this, but right off the bat, good job by Martin to knock down that cross-court pass. Martin now is going to try to race after the loose ball. Martin now outnumbered, a 1-on-3, as he'll make a fake on the half boards. And with 28 seconds to kill here for the Monarchs, the Snipers now are working with a man advantage. 15 on the shot clock. Taking the Snipers a while to get organized. Longboat goes to the sidearm. Loose, and a good job there, as that is going to cost Hodgkins a penalty. Third power play opportunity for the Snipers. They're 2 for 2, as they'll get another chance here, working 5-on-3 for 5 seconds. Going to try to, as Argent, just too much. As again, Masters had his pocket picked by Argent. Argent now, 2-on-1. Fake, and beauty saved by Masters as he read that. And now it's going to be the Monarchs that move it up over the timeline. Only short one now, as Ethier will stop and work those half boards. No, I was calling him Etier, but I'm going to go with Ethier, and he can correct me. Big John Vesna. Kick it over on the run. Palace looking for some room. Dipsy Doodle, 3 defenders on him, loses his stick. It's picked up by Arnold. Arnold now looking to move it up. Defender comes in, takes a chop at the toe, and Arnold will retreat and get it over to Whitlow. Whitlow now. 6:45 to go, second quarter. 7-5, Monarchs leading the Snipers. No look down low. Another no-look return. Ran out of real estate, did Argent. Argent again looking. Miller has some room. Goes to the underhand, off the post. Rebound picked up, and it's Goddard. He'll send it back out. Him and Whitlow on this right side. Whitlow sizing up the underhand, didn't have it. Get it back out. They'll interchange for a better angle. Longboat will swing it around left side, and the underhand finish from Danton. Miller time, and it's 7-6. Third power play marker of the game for the Snipers. And again off the draw, it's Halls in control. He gets his team possession. Bergsmo swing it down. Paulus looking for a screen. Comes with the overhand. Stop made by Hill. And now the Snipers will have to move it up in transition. Jordan Mike does a good job to avoid Paulus. Looking for some assistance as Paulus, no call on the cross check in the back. Paulus with possession, and he gets it over. Monarchs now with numbers. Running out of room, though, was Lucas Ferreira. He'll think better of it and wait for the offensive attack. Buck, give and go. 15 on the shot clock, swinging around Mancini right side. Gets it down low. Trying to wheel and deal in tight quarters was Alex Q. Loses it, and it's Arnold. Mancini with a good stick check. Recovery by Arnold. Arnold again does a good job to swim his way out of it. Going to look for some help as Riverich looking to give him a screen, and he does, but runs into another defender. Outstanding swarming defense by the Monarchs as they are working hard and do a good job to not allow the Snipers an offensive possession there here as we're under 5 minutes to go here in the half. Monarchs will get it over the timeline and go to work. 31-22. Shots in favor of the Monarchs. Give and go. Buck just ran out of real estate, had the toe on the white line, and that will take us to our officials' timeout. Good to go after our officials' timeout. 4:35 left in this second quarter. Got a one-goal game. Snipers now going to work. Teams are 5 aside. Pass down low on the quick stick. Almost a good finish, but a tough angle covered by Masters. A one-bouncer. Almost picked off by by Goddard, but it's going to be Halls now in the offensive end. Backdoor. Palace on the run. Goes to the underhand. Wide of the mark. Ball loose. Again, Monarchs do a good job. Collapsing D. Tamis does a job. And a good lead pass, but not able to corral that, was Andy Jamieson. And Halls now will bring it back as we're under 4 minutes. Paulus deep in that corner. He'll move it out to the half boards, get it to Buck, swinging around to the left side. Kozak will get it back, underhand, and it's a sneaky one. But Dustin Hill's done a great job as he's come in here and closed the door. Not easy to do in this sport, as Tamis now might have gotten tripped just a bit. Runs into a triple team, peels out, 15 on the shot clock. He'll get it over. Goddard has got 2 goals here in this game. Gets it to Miller. Goddard again, underhand on the mark. Masters, not a problem. He'll get it, send the outlet away on to Hopper. Ferreira being harassed by Martin. He'll get it up, and it'll be Big John Vesna now with 15 on the shot clock. Vesna trying to lean in. Miller doing a good job to send him the other way. Gets it back out Q. Q's going to tee it up, goes to the underhand. Tried to go 5-hole. He'll close that door, and he's going to send away a deep pass to McLaughlin. Delayed penalty coming to the Monarchs with 2:40 to go here. McLaughlin to Miller. Miller now will check the back door, gets it to Argent. 15 on the shot clock. Argent will set, net empty at the other end for the extra attacker. No look, almost quick stick finish. Picked up, and it's Prince. 5 on the shot clock. Longboat had a notion. Good stick check by Salinas. Argent from a bad angle. And the power play unit will step onto the carpet for the Snipers. So another power play opportunity there, 5th of this game. Snipers have scored 3 times as they go around the horn. Longboat, the quarterback this time around. We're almost at the 2-minute mark. Zips that pass in. Prince does a good job, gets to Whitlow. Whitlow behind in net. Sniffing that was Argent. Looking for the crease dive. Instead turns it over. And Buck now with Longboat. But Longboat with a beauty stick check will send the Snipers the other way. So some good defense by the big man as now they'll set it up, start things off with Whitlow on the right side. No look, Argent. Argent now with Miller. Argent's got some room. He got fakes that you haven't seen before. Longbow goes to the sidearm, changes the angle. Good save made by Masters. He picks it up with 1.5 minutes to go. Ethier not able to catch it cleanly. He's going to run into 2 defenders, and it's going to be possession to the Snipers. Whitlow goes to the underhand. Masters right where he should be. Ball again loose behind the net. In the corner. Monarchs, Halls picks that up. Good long pass to Buck, and looks like we are going to have some more penalties as official Kyle Coulter is sending Matt Hodgkins off. So 5-on-4 for the Snipers for 53 seconds. Mancini almost turned it over, so good play by Justin Martin. Riggs on D. Working over Mancini. Mancini does a good job to shed one. Gets it over to Buck. Big save made by Hill. And now it's Chapman. Chapman's got a head of steam going. He's going to take a hard hit from Palace and a little extra. And the Monarchs do a good job to regain. 40 seconds left in the half. Palace now. 20 seconds left in the man short. He'll get it over him and Kozak. Out there with Bergsma and Mancini, the 4 for the Monarchs. 6 seconds left in the minor penalty, the first penalty. And Kozak tries to turn the corner. Good defense there to close the door by Isaacs. And with 11.3 seconds left in the half, the Snipers call timeout. Here we go, 11.3 seconds to go. Snipers trying to work in for a good shot here to end this half. 5 on the game clock. Going to have to hurry. Behind the net. Kick it back out. Looking for the quick stick finish. Don't have it. And 30 minutes are in the books. We got a good one here. 7-6 Monarchs. All set to go here for third quarter action after an impressive 30 minutes here. Both teams and off the draw Halls working. And Palace with a chance. Rebound. Big save made by Hill. Dustin Hill has been outstanding since taking over the duties between the pipes. Monarchs have done a good job on the offensive end. And Howell now driving to the net. That's stopped by Hill. Hill now will look and send the outlet. And it's Riggs. Ethan Riggs does a good move, get it over the timeline now. He'll get it to Argent. Argent will settle things down. Martin looking on the half boards. Gets it over. Argent now looking for an opening, was sniffing that far corner. Wasn't able to get it. And now it's a chance here for Andrew De Silva. He peels his way out. And he'll wait for some offense, gets it to Gutch Salinas. He'll set things up. I'd like to welcome the president of the Arena Lacrosse League to the broadcast booth, and Paul St. John. Pleasure to have you as we work here with 13:45 to go in this third quarter. And Arnold now takes a couple of hard hits. Salinas working him over, double teamed on the half boards. Mancini also in the middle. Heidecker fishing in there. He comes away with it. And the Monarchs now are going to try to move it up. Good defense there. And locking it down, but it's Mancini with numbers 2-on-1. Cam Mancini. Beauty. Sidearm far corner. And the Monarchs with a big goal now lead this one 8-6.
But Mancini takes that out of the scrum and walks down and makes the right decision in transition.
Well, they talked to coaching staff about helping out and adding because Mancini was being locked down, and now you put Palace on that right side, all of a sudden things open up for Mancini, and that's been the case here. Swing pass over Kozak. He'll peel back out, look across, does get it across. Howell now will think better of it. McLaughlin, good defense on him, trying to turn the corner. No crease call there, no reset. 5 seconds left. Snipers now are going to try to jump on it, and it's Riggs. Riggs with Martin. Good transition defense from the Monarchs. He'll have to peel out, get it to Riberich. He'll swing it back down. Martin can't connect, but he regroups, gets the loose ball. And now he'll work on offense here, looking for an opening. Riberich will lean in. Goes to the underhand. Easy save made by Masters. And it's picked up now. And the Monarchs are trying to work it up over the zone, but Ethier is stick checked. That's an 8-second call. And possession will stay right here with the Nation. And Paul, when you talked about that, it's clear when you see the Monarchs offense how much calmer they seem having Paulus out there.
Yeah, absolutely. They are missing Patrick Corbett. Oh, nice
Big
shot
overhead finish there and a much-needed goal as Kyle Isaacs in the scoring column for the first time here, and it's an 8-7 game. And not to
that's a terrific low shot by the ankle. Ryan Masters can't make the foot move to make the save. A lot of times he'll do the shot, the wind up for the shot, and he'll pull it out and make a pass. There he shoots and he scores.
Well, a good old-fashioned overhand. We keep reiterating over and over again, and guys do a good job, very accurate with their underhands and their sidearms, but the toughest shot angle-wise for a goalie is the overhand because he doesn't know where the trajectory is. So ask any goalie, they'll say it's tough. Overhand bounce is one of the toughest, as it looks like.
Absolutely agree. Not sure what happened here. I thought Whitlow had the ball, and so did everybody else.
So possession goes to the Monarchs now as it's a 1-goal game with 11:30 to go here. Paulus with Tamis on him, blows by him, beauty saved by Dustin Hill as he shrugged his shoulders, and now Arnold's going to try to leg it out, and he does over the timeline. Paulus doing a great job back check and loses his stick, and Chapman now will settle things down. Danton Miller and Chapman now working the left side. Swinging around, late coming right side arm on the money. Easy stop for Masters. Rebound picked up Howell. He's going to have to get some assistance. Double teamed on the forecheck. Running out of time. Hockeyed up over the line. 8-second call again. So another good job of forechecking by the Snipers. As almost too many on the floor there. Miller now will regroup. Goes to the underhand. Masters has it right under his right pad. And possession now to Salinas and the Monarchs.
Got a really good pace going here in the first 5 minutes of the quarter, Lance.
Mancini. Big overhand. Stuck in the equipment of Dustin Hill. And a good job as Imus now will move it up to McLaughlin. Both these two teams, while you talk about the flow going, these two teams have had some good flow here in these first two quarters. Turnover now and good speed. Go to the net, switching hands. And coming up with the finish is Mitch Zulian.
This is one of the on-the-bubble guys. He plays in our U22 division as well, Lance. So, you see the play as he runs up, and you're talking about the overhand with Isaacs on his goal. He brings his stick up high, and he kind of throws a bit of a twister 5-hole. Right, so you got Dustin Hill thinking he's going high, glove side. Instead, he throws it back between the legs. Tough save.
I tell you, that's one of the evolution of the game when you look at it, because we were taught back in the day you do a full switch. Now it's sort of a half switch with a shot. So guys are a little more creative as that one caroms off the head of Buck's stick off the mesh, and possession to the Snipers. So a 9-7 game. And the Snipers now go to work on offense. Miller bounces off one, kicks it back out. They swing it around over the left side, and Martin with a half-hearted shot got deflected, almost a changeup. And now Masters with a flip. Portelli will get it up over to Heidecker. Heidecker will trot it over the timeline and flip to Mancini. Haven't gotten a whole lot of the big John Vesna over on that left side, the Monarchs. Big shot there. Save made by Hill. Loose again, and If you look at the loose ball count, you got to figure, Paul, and I mean, this is a telling stat. The Monarchs have been all over those loose balls in the offensive end.
So, see, I'm gonna actually agree with the Toronto bench on this one because Vezina picked the ball up thinking it was their ball. I didn't see any referee signal whose possession it was because they call him for delay of game.
Well, it's funny you say that because the last words from Vezina when he went into the penalty box was, "I didn't see him make." He didn't see the sign for possession. Unfortunately, though, that's going to be another power play opportunity for the Snipers as they're out there with Whitlow on that right side.
Oof.
Longboat at the
Ill-advised
top,
backhand
and
pass.
there's going to be a race here for it, and it's going to be a violation. Buck almost scooped that up. So a little frustration for the power play unit. Shouldn't. They've got 3 power play markers in this game. We're at the 8:40 mark, minute 30 left in the man short. Bergsma has Richard Imus all over him. Bergsma, the veteran. Good job to peel off. There's going to be a penalty coming to the Snipers. Looks like Imus a little too overly aggressive with the stick. And the Monarchs are going to work some clock here. Palace tees it up. Another good shoulder save. Possession remains right here with the Monarchs. Fresh clock. Net empty at the other end. They're going to work it around, kill another 30 with a minute 5 to go in the man short. Shots are 40-32 in favor of the Monarchs. Palace is just going to keep it there as Bergsma getting a little upset with the way he's been treated by Arnold. Get it over. Palace. That one will go up in the gondola, and we will have another penalty call, and it will be Richard Imus that will make his way to the penalty box. And
You're gonna get the ball back with a minute left. Why not let them kill 30, get the ball back?
Palace. Accuracy's pinpoint. Good save made by Hill. And Justin Martin now will leg it up. 3-on-2. McLaughlin just wide of the mark and into the rafters. Possession will go the other way to the Monarchs, and that will take us to our officials' timeout. Well, it is a game of runs here as 4-on-4 for another 15 seconds. Then the Monarchs will go to work. Underhand on the mark by Kozak. Dustin Hill, better heads up. He can air it out just over the head of Arnold. And it'll come back to the other way with Paulus.
So to jump in there again, Hill goes for the long bomb instead of making a short pass and bringing it up and killing off 25, 30 seconds. Toronto gets a full 30 right off the bat on the power play.
So a minute to go here in the power play. Bergsma the anchor, and Paulus goes to the underhand. Good save made by Hill. And now Alex Tamas will have to, Tamas will have to get over the timeline. Got a head of steam going. Looking, dumps it down low. And Whitlow thought better of it, and he'll work some clock. Gets a double team. He's going to try to dance his way out of trouble. Good swim move now to avoid Howell. Howell's still on him. Flip back goes to no one. And now it's going to be a break, and it's Buck. Tanner Buck, top corner finish. And boy, Tanner Buck has been awfully good. That's his 4th of the game.
Yeah, I think Masters, who's played well tonight, I think he'd like to have that one back. That kind of went through him. You can hear it hit the belly pad and off to the side of him, and it snuck through on him.
And you can see by his body language a little bit of shaking his head just a bit, thinking he should have had that. Hall's battling for it again. He's been a demon in that circle here in this game. 3:25 to go, third quarter. Loose.
Halls has been one of our best in the league on the faceoffs, that's for sure. Not very many guys in the league that's been able to beat him.
No, and he fishes that one out of the scrum, but it's going to be Riggs now that'll come away with it, and the Snipers now will leg it up over the timeline. Miller, one-on-one, has the isolation, looking for a screen, kicks it back over. Big shot, didn't slide the hands down very well, was Tamis. Chapman bails him out. Whitlow now is going to have to track it down. Whitlow with the flip, gets it over. Temis with a shot, good pad save by Masters. Miller battling for it with Portelli. Portelli can't pick it up, taking it too much time. Had to go with the scoop. Still loose, got it now in the pocket. Miller closes that avenue off, forcing the turnover. 8-second call or possession call.
I think he called handball there, Lance. I thought it was 8 seconds as well, but because the shot came off of Masters, it didn't start until the Monarch player picked it up in the corner, but it went off to Silva's hand. Looks like Nurse has got a slash on Hodgkins, I think it is.
Well,
so he's got him for 4 minutes, Lance. If I caught that right, looked like illegal cross-check and then a slash. So let's see what goes up on the board. No penalty at the moment, but still a power play for the Snipers and a big one at this time of the game.
So Longboat out there, he will be the quarterback this time around, out there with Isaacs and Arjun on the left side. Keep an eye as Goddard behind the net takes that good backhand pass, floated back out to Arjun. Arjun now is going to have to hustle. Does a good job to get it. 5 on the shot clock. Big shot there and a good save as Isaacs got a good one off. But now it's Buck. Buck will weave past Arjun into the offensive end. He'll pull it out and work some clock here.
And it was a 4-minute minor to Hodgkins.
So Hodgkins certainly not helping the cause for these Monarchs with a minute and a half to go here in the third. As Imus back out there as he's marking Buck. Buck with 5 on the shot clock. Imus trying to push him over the timeline. Buck rolls it down in the corner. Job well done. And now these Snipers will look to move it up.
And a job well done on Imus. He learned that time. Don't be over aggressive because a lot of times we see that. Shorthand, or you're on the power play, you're on the power play checking team.
That's why they're here, working as Halls again off the draw. Riggs with some ferocious defense. Does a great job to stop Halls from advancing to the net, and Halls can't get away from him quick enough.
I like Ethan Riggs.
Certainly
I love watching
why.
him play. He's got good size. He plays a real good, sound defensive system.
Hal now with under 30 seconds to go, he'll roll that into the corner. Minute and a half to go in the penalty. 1-goal game, 20 seconds left here in this third quarter. Isaacs, 10 on the game clock. Swing it around, countdown starts, back to the top. Wide of the mark, rebound, Argent, backhand try, Halls, great save. That's going to not beat the buzzer, but another good 15 minutes. We have played 3 here at the Toronto Rock Athletic Center. 10-9, Monarchs. just want to send another shout out to a couple former players that are here supporting Richard Imus, and Ewan Bradley and Jason Marsbergen, two former players of mine. So glad to have those guys here as we get set. So Paul, you're going to have to put on your coaching hat here. Got a minute to go. Down a goal here. Snipers working with the man advantage. Do you run a play here, or what's your call?
Well, I think they've been running too many plays. Sometimes you do got to let the guys freelance a bit and get your big shooter shooting the ball.
And that might be the case as they got Miller out there. Longboat's at the top. Whitlow at the left shooter. They'll swing it around. Looking for an opening. Got it. Gets it back. Miller has some room. Goes to the bounce. Took a little off with 2 on the shot clock. Does a good job to hustle and track that down. Fresh clock. Longboat with some room. BB. Top corner. And Paul, you said, get it to your shooters and let them shoot.
We've seen Brent all year long whip that top corner shot. He does throw the bounce shot the odd time out, but he picks corners. And he's a shooter.
As we're all tied at 10 here, in 5 power play goals, 8 power play goals in total, 5 and 3, and off the draw, Riggs comes away with it. Snipers with some momentum. 2-on-1 here. Goes to the far side just off the post. So Riggs close, as a beauty pick there by Martin will give the Snipers an offensive possession here.
The second there, I thought I hit an inside bar, but there isn't any inside bars on these nets on Riggs' shot there.
I thought he caught the inside of the post, and a big shot there goes off the back of Riberich, and trying to crease dive. And nothing doing there. Masters did a good job to stand his ground, and it's Tanner Buck. Buck trying for that far top corner. Paulus bails him out with the rebound.
Looked like it hit the shaft of Hill's stick.
Sure didn't catch a lot, you're right. Another good save made on Paulus. Picked up, and it's Tamus. Tamus, the full head of steam. No numbers, though, looking at the back door. He's going to peel his way out, and he'll roll it over across. Goddard. He's got 2 goals here in this game, and they'll kick things over to the right side. Whitlow returns the favor. Miller now at the top. Curling around. Goddard can't get an opening, can't shed Walker. Good defense. Masters right where he should be. And it'll be Portelli that'll get it up over the line. Shots 47-40 in favor of the Monarchs. Doesn't matter a whole lot as we're locked here 10-10.
Good call on Masters' save there. He was exactly where he should have been, and Goddard had to just throw anything he could at the net.
Bergsma on the run. Big save by Hill. So a good shot by Graham Bergsma. Doesn't result in anything, and now the Snipers will get it over the timeline as we go back and forth here in the fourth. 12-20 remaining here, and things will start on the right side. Riberich, he'll tuck that stick in and look to lean in. Gets a step, goes to the bounce. Masters, good save. Monarchs now the other way. And there's going to be too many on the floor, as that's going to cost, it looks like, Toronto at the very least 2 minutes, as Longboat out there again. 5 power play goals already in this game. Curlin Whitlow, too much picking on the pick and roll. Buck wide open, down the left side, one hopper. Buck, big save by Hill. Rebound, Arnold battling for it. He wins the battle.
I think Buck's got to bring one of those down. He's been going up top all night. He can shoot the ball very hard. We've seen that. He's got to bring one down around the ankles, or 5-hole, I think, on Hill right now.
Minute 20 to go. Miller steps into one, wide of the mark. Rebound goes right to Longboat. Fresh clock. Argent. Longboat. Quick shot, bounce shot, top corner. The Snipers lead 11-10. And off the draw, McLaughlin now does a good job to get it, and you can clearly see momentum in the favor of the nation. McLaughlin gets a step, tried to go 5-hole, good save by Masters. Picked up now, and it's Paulus. Salinas. Salinas is going to leg it up and move it over to Buck. Buck swings it off to Mancini. Mancini dancing, avoids one, tries to get the shot off. Good defense, kicks it out. Paulus down low, Vesna wide open on the crease.
sort of jump in there, Lance. You're announcing, but I make a comment, nice play, because that was a real nice play. Palace trying to go to the crease, and Vezina just couldn't squeeze it.
And just want to take this time here as the Snipers work on offense, as we'll wait till our first break and swing it around here. No look down low as Longboat was cutting towards the net. Wide open down on the crease. Can't come away with it, though. 5 on the shot clock. Scrum still. Argent weasels his way out of there. Gets a bounce shot off on target. Rebound picked up. Crease the call. Don't even know how Argent fished that out of there. But somehow he did. Monarchs now will counter as we mosey in on the 10-minute mark. Etier will pass it off, and we'll come back to Kozak here on the left side. Palace, hesitation, bullet wide of the mark. That's going to go over the timeline violation. Arnold's going to hustle down for it, and that'll be possession in the corner. Snipers now going back to work. 9:40 to go.
So we're seeing Palace continuing to shoot the ball and get a lot of opportunities. He's got to come through here. He has 1 goal and on probably about 15 shots.
Working his way in for a big sidearm was Prince, and a good save made by Masters. Buck tried a good pass, though, not able to corral it and catch it cleanly was Ferreira. And at the other end, it's Temis. Temis will lean in. Portelli on him. Kick it back out, and they'll reset. Goddard will swing it around, and Isaacs now will flip to Whitlow. Whitlow, dump it back down. Isaacs looking for an opening. Shot there by Temis, and that will give the Snipers possession and a fresh clock. Longbow comes in at the back door. Another bullet. Good save made by Masters. As shots had the gap between the shots on goal has closed considerably. It's now 49-48 Toronto.
And Longboat's filling it.
Through a screen, a good shot by Whitlow. Steered aside by Masters. Into the screen, another fresh clock for the Snipers. Temis with a shot. That's right in the breadbasket. Sits there. Whitlow gets moved away from that loose ball, and Masters will get it up, and here come the Monarchs.
So let's see if Palace has had a lot of chances. Let's see if we can get some accuracy going here, and he's the one, when you watch the Monarchs, he's the one that they're going to count on here for tires and leading goals or whatever.
Ball loose now, and comes away as Richard Imus gets taken down to the carpet. Ball comes right back to where he is again. And now it's going to be Temis that's going to come away with it. Good cross check there, and he dumps it off. Martin. Miller off the crossbar, and he thought he'd feathered that in nicely, and nothing doing. Came up with iron.
Yeah, I think his teammate Justin Martin would have agreed with you, Lance. He thought it was in the net too, but it wasn't.
Mancini will set things up here with 7.5 to go. Monarchs trailing by a goal. Buck been awfully quiet here in this fourth quarter. Good hesitation, turns the corner, kicks it back out. Mancini will tee it up. That shot's wide. Martin now. Justin will pick it up, and he uses some speed. He's in. He's got Miller. Goes to the shot wide of the mark. Had Miller coming out of that back door. Rebound gobbled up by Whitlow. And a fresh clock here for the nation. That pass, a little careless there by Argent. Just want to get you caught up on the women's Arena Lacrosse League standings. So it was the Lady River Wolves defeating the Lady Steelhawks 7-6 in a tight one. Lady Shockwave then defeated the Lady Outlaws 5-1. And then the Lady Shockwave came back with another win, beating the first place Lady Snipers 3-2. So tight races on the women's side. A good one going here. 1-goal game. Palace now looking for an opening. Mancini ducks in. Good help defense by the Snipers, and Arnold now will come away with it.
In Toronto, is looking for a penalty there, but you know what? It's good defense. We're in the last 7 minutes of a game, and that's terrific defense.
Good help defense there, and Whitlow now will start things here on the right side. Dump down low, Whitlow. Good chance there for Goddard. Couldn't find anywhere even close to the net, and now it'll be Halls. Halls looking, and he'll flip. 6 minutes to go here in the fourth. Lance Wynn alongside Paul St. John, JVI Productions. Thanks for tuning in here, as it's been a good one, and right on cue, there's Mr. Powless. Just his second of the game, but it comes at a very good time.
You don't have to always be 100% picking a dime on a net. Put them on the net in this league because the nets are big.
Powless now on the half boards as Halls took a hard hit from Ethan Riggs off the draw. Riggs figuring that Halls has been just a little too comfortable in there, and he has. Monarchs now, Kozak. Powless feeling it, goes to the bounce. That's wide of the mark. That will go over the timeline, and possession will go to the Snipers with 5:27 to go. Moving in on crunch time here. Going to have to be very disciplined, as if we look at that scoreboard, we're tied at 11. Shots are tied 51 apiece. Left side. Looking to work in is Isaacs. Isaac gets it behind the net. Gretzky's office occupied, looking out. Whitlow backhand off the crossbar.
Got a delayed penalty coming up here to the Monarchs. I didn't see what for, Lance.
So the Monarchs will be short. Net empty now, as Dustin Hill taking a while to make the long trek. And Argent sizing it up.
You got Davis Prince in behind there looking for the dunk.
And a beauty move, and it wasn't Argent, you're right, it was Davis Prince who comes with the crease dive. Masters didn't even know where he was, and it's 12-11 Snipers. You can't really, your vision's impaired. You can't see behind you really at all.
You can't turn
your
around.
back, you can't turn your back. That's a pass it in the back of the net. So it's a tough one. Not only that, entertainment value is great, but it's also a tough call for the officials as well to get it right. Halls off the draw. Riggs comes flying in again and forces a turnover with his pressure, and the Snipers now will get it up. Beauty finish, Justin Martin, a quick pass. Blink of an eye, 13-11 Snipers.
So Toronto's arguing that it wasn't an over and back. Referee Nurse called it over and back. Ethan Riggs picks it up. Justin Martin heads up play, goes forward, gets a pass and buries it. You can't, again, and we see it here, Lance, they're still questioning the call. And that little hesitant gave Martin a lot of room, and he goes in and scores.
Play till the whistle goes. And if the whistle says start, you start. And you have to know when it comes to transition, the Snipers are always looking for that transition opportunity.
Yeah, they are one of the top teams definitely in transition in the ALL.
So Halls, and you can see the adjustment made by the Snipers as they're now sending Ethan Riggs in off the draw to try to work Halls. Halls does a good job. Powless is going to try to lean in. Goes to the quick shot. Had a lot on it. Good job by Hill to knock that away, and Snipers now are going to have to get it up, and they do. Timmis has some help. Works in one-on-one, Alec Timmis. The goal counts. Transition, and it's a big one.
where he winds up like he's going to shoot, and he just dumps it to the open guy coming down the side. And, here we are, 2 goals, 2 minutes, lots of time.
Plenty of time here as Halls again will step into that circle against Jamison. And keep an eye on Riggs. He's been coming flying in. As you can see, Halls has his head up. This time, no. A different making, but same result. Argent on Howell. Howell now gives the Monarchs an offensive possession. Bergsma will slow it up. We're under 2 minutes to go here. 2 goals. Buck. Bergsma out there. Mancini. Paulus. Looking for something. Big John Vesna. Net empty at the other end.
Left crease again. There's Bergsma.
Wide open in the crease and stuck in. It's Kozak on the money, and it's 14-13.
He slides through the middle. I'm not sure where I really want to go, but he knows where he wants to go. He button hooks around to his natural stick side, left crease, and Bergsma does the old head look and then throws it down because he's wide open, and he dunks it. And now we're a 1-goal game with 1.5 minutes left.
So in a blink of an eye with 1:37 to go here, it's a 1-goal game, and off the draw, it's going to be a timeout called by the Monarchs.
I think the Monarchs got to go for it. Not worth the clock. I think you send Kozak through to pick on the right crease again, and you delay, come around the net. It's worked twice, although one time he did slide in off the side. Throw him that way again. The Snipers' defense seeing the sag, watching the ball, and see if you can throw another one to that left crease.
Well, we'll see if that's the case as the Monarchs do have possession here. 1.5 minutes to go. We'll see what play head coach Blake McCauley has drawn up here. Big Vesna out as the extra. Buck curling around, looking for a cutter. Palace shot stopped by Hill. McLaughlin's going to pick it up. He's going to try to leg it over the timeline. He's got Tamus. Tamus will stop and think better of it. Curls out, curls back, and then puts it in the net. And he certainly had to do that. With 1:15 to go, you have to figure you got to bury that one.
Well, but again, game not over. We still have 1:15 left.
That's almost a lifetime in this sport. As we've seen here, it's a 2-goal advantage for the Snipers. 1:15 to go. Halls again battling, and again Halls is the benefactor, and the possession goes to the Monarchs.
Last time they ran a real good play for Palace. He didn't finish. I think you still got to go back to that left crease.
We'll see if that's the case. Buck works it out. Bergsma turned it over, and this is going to be potentially the dagger as Justin Martin's going to leg it, and he's going to hold it, and he'll put it in with 49.2 seconds to go, and it's a 16-13 lead. Good with the bat, and 45 seconds to go here. You know that the Monarchs have some work to do, but you got to figure that they've certainly bolstered their lineup, and they've looked probably better than they have in the first 8 weeks, as a good try from Paulus. But Dustin Hill has been outstanding since taking over in the second quarter.
And this is back-to-back weeks. He took over last week against Peterborough, and they were trailing at the time, 10-7, I believe, and they won. And he took over today when they're down, and here he is on the receiving end of another W. And good for Dustin.
So Arnold's going to hold it as this clock is going to wind down, and the win is going to go to the Six Nations Snipers. 16-13 final. On Paul, before we wrap her up, your final thoughts about this game?
Again, these are two teams right now that are filling their way from the bottom up in this league, and it was a well-played game on both ends. All right, and this is what we love to see. Good, good hard lacrosse, goaltending, good and bad on both ends at times, and that's what the league is. Some great saves, some goals they want to have back. But Dustin Hill, in my mind, was the difference maker. Came in and really didn't shut the door, but he pulled it almost closed enough that the Snipers could get the victory in the end.
Couldn't agree with you more. That's going to do it for us here at the track Saturday night. Make sure you tune in. A doubleheader. We'll wrap up Week 9 in the Arena Lacrosse League. For Paul St. John, JVI Productions, I'm Lance Wynn. We will catch you on the flip side.